Consider the work of the Most High. Read.
For who can make that straight, which he had made crooked?
Right. So it said, who can make that straight, which he had made crooked? Right? Showing you how precept work. Now give me the answer. Ecclesiastes 1 and 15. This is the answer. Who can make that straight, who the Most High have made crooked? Let's see. Read.
Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 15.
Here go the answer. Read.
That which is crooked.
That which is what?
Crooked.
That which is crooked, read.
Cannot be made straight.
Cannot be made straight. Read.
And that which is wanting cannot be numbered.
There it is. So that's the answer. And that's how the Bible is written, so that you understand it, precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, and there a little. Give me St. John 5 and start at verse. Now give me St. John 3:18. Read the verse 21. St. John 3 to 18 verse to 21. Read that.
St. John chapter 3 verse 18.
Right.
He that believeth on him is not condemned.
You believe in the Mashiach Yahushua and the Most High, you're not condemned. Read.
But he that believeth not,
you that believe not, according to what's written, read,
is condemned already.
You're condemned already. A lot of you blasphemy. The blasphemy of the Holy Spirit is unforgivable sin. That's the only sin that he said is unforgivable. So you say if you don't believe his word, you say, hey, your prayers are abomination. Read from the top.
He that believeth on him is not condemned.
If you believe on the Most High, believe on the Mashiach Yahushua, you're not condemned. Read.
But he that believeth not is condemned already.
You condemned already. You condemned already. Read.
Because he hath not believed by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, only begotten Son of the Most High.
Because you have not believed in the Mashiach Yahushua, the only begotten Son of the Most High. Go ahead.
And this is the condemnation, that light is coming into the world.
Hear that? This is the condemnation, that light is come into the world. Light is coming to the world. What's this light? What's the light? So you said light is coming to the world. So what is this light? So the Bible answers itself. Precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little. Light is coming to the world. What's the light? Proverbs 6 and 23. Hold that. Because that's how you get to understand it. Because it's just making a word. Instead of a word, it's light. Okay, we in light now. It's the day. Day is light. And night is darkness. Read.
Proverbs chapter 6, verse 23.
So this is the precept so you can understand what the light he's talking about. Read.
For the commandment is a lamp.
The commandment is a lamp. Read.
And the law is light.
And the law is light. So we say light is coming to the world, because remember, he's the way to show us how to follow the truth, which is the law, that's going to lead to everlasting life. So it all going to go together. So now that we know the light is the law, and he came to show us how to follow the law in righteousness according to the Most High, let's go back there to John the 3rd chapter. Read.
St. John chapter 3 verse 19. And this is a condition, and this is a condemnation, that light is coming to the world.
So he came into the world to show us how to follow the Most High's laws, to follow his rules and regulations, like he did. He didn't sin, which is the transgression of the law. So light is coming to the world. Read.
And men love darkness.
And men love what?
Darkness.
Men love darkness. Why they love darkness? Because who was ruling in the world at the time he walked the earth? The so-called white men, the so-called Caucasians, the so-called Italian Caucasians. They were the superpower of earth. They're the ones that put the stakes in his hand, put the stakes in his feet, and nailed him to the tree. Because they had the power at that time. Just like they have the power now. Understand this. This is real. Just like they sided with Hitler during World War II, about 4 or 5 years. Who? The so-called Italian Caucasian. It was right with Hitler. But understand, they're the ones that put Mashiach Yahushua to death. These same people. Read.
Rather than light.
Rather than light. They love darkness rather than light. They love ignorance rather than light. Hold that. Hold where you at. Look where you at. Go to Isaiah 60 and 2. So our people love darkness rather than light. They love to follow the ignorance of the world instead of following the commandments of the Most High, the laws of the Most High. Read this.
Isaiah chapter 60 verse 2.
Right.
For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth.
Hear that? Behold, darkness shall cover the earth. What is darkness? Ignorance. Ignorance shall cover the earth. Read.
And gross darkness the people.
And gross darkness the people. Gross ignorance the people. Meaning not knowing. You're in gross ignorance. The people. Why? Why are you in this darkness, gross darkness? Isaiah 47 chapter. Isaiah 47 and 1. Let's read. Why are you in this gross darkness, gross ignorance? Because of the condition that you're in right now. And the people that you under. And who you following, the curriculum of, that's going to lead you straight to hell if you don't come out of it. Really?
Isaiah chapter 47 verse 1.
Right.
Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Oh, who?
Virgin daughter of Babylon.
Now it's saying sit in the dust, be in a low state, O virgin daughter of Babylon. So who is this Babylon? Who is this Babylon that's talking about? Let's find out who Babylon is. Give me Psalms 137, verse 7 and 9. Because the Bible will answer itself, precept upon precept. So it says sit in the dust, that means be at a lower state, O virgin daughter of Babylon. But you don't understand that because I'm reading this and you think Babylon, you can make up your own thoughts of who this Babylon is. Well, let's see who this Babylon is according to the Bible. Read.
Psalm chapter
Got a minute, brother? Come on back. Come on back. All right, come on. Go ahead.
Psalm chapter 137 verse 7.
Listen, we're looking for who Babylon is according to the Bible. Let's read it.
Remember, O Most High, the children of Edom.
The children of who?
Edom.
So what does Edom mean? Who are the children of Edom? You don't know because you've been blinded. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, ran amok. You in gross darkness, gross ignorance. The children of Edom represents the Edomites, the so-called Caucasian race, according to the Bible. We all got a name. The Most High named every nation, and they're all in the Bible. Okay, who you call yourself now? They're all in the Bible. Remember the children of Edom, he said. I mean, come on. Read. We're looking for who Babylon is. This daughter of Babylon. So it said, remember the children of Edom. Read.
In the day of Jerusalem.
In the day of Israel. We're Israel. We represent Jerusalem. You're Israel. You represent Jerusalem. Coming from Israel. Read.
Who said, raise it, raise it.
What they say?
Raise it.
They said, raise it. Read.
Even to the foundation thereof.
They said, burn it down, even to the foundation thereof. First Ezra 4:44. Look what they said. Burn it down. When the Babylonians came, you're going to see, when the Babylonians, so-called Ethiopians, came to put us in captivity from our land of Israel for 70 years, the Edomites, the so-called white people, our fraternal twin brother, let's see what he did. They said, raise it to the foundation thereof. Let's see what they did, read.
First Ezra chapter 4 verse 44.
45.
45. Thou also hast vowed to build up the temple which the Edomites burned when Judea was desolate.
Hear that? The Edomites burned our temples down and our houses down. Read.
When Judea was made desolate by the Chaldeans.
The Chaldeans are dealing with the Babylonians, the Ethiopians. Nebuchadnezzar, who had us in captivity for 70 years. Who? The children of Israel, primarily Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. In captivity for 70 years. When you read the Bible, most of the time we're in captivity. We ain't free. Because we didn't follow the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, so therefore he put us in captivity under these nations. That's what this Bible talking about. Us coming back to him so he can bless us and set us up to rule the world forever and ever and ever. Because he made the whole world for our sakes, for the children of Israel's sake, not for everybody. Everybody going to be in the world. The new Jerusalem, the new world that's going to be created. But they're going to have their position. Like we have our position in this world.
These are nice, babe. These are fucking loud.
This is what we're dealing with.
Hey.
So now,
go
back to Psalms 147, 137. So now we know what they did once the Babylonians, the Ethiopians came to put us in captivity for 70 years. They burned down our temple. But see, y'all don't know this story because he ain't going to tell you his story as such. And if you do, he gonna put all so-called white people like they everybody in his movies and so forth. That's why you're disenfranchised from who you are. Read.
O daughter of Babylon.
O who?
Daughter of Babylon.
So read verse 7.
Remember, O Most High, the children of Edom.
Now read where you at. So the children of Edom are who?
O daughter of Babylon.
O daughter of Babylon. Here we are. So they represent Babylon, which is Babal, which means confusion in the Hebrew. They represent confusion. That's why people of minds are scattered. You scatterbrained. You ain't brainwashed, your brain dirty. Your brain filthy, McNasty. Because to wash something, you be cleaned up with what? The word of the Most High. You would know who you are. You would know that the kingdom is coming to you. You would prepare yourself for the kingdom that's coming. Israelites, that's what you would do. It's very important. Read.
Who ought to be destroyed.
Hear what he says? So they ain't going to be living forever. He said, who ought to be destroyed. Read.
Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us.
He say, happy shall it be that reward them as they have served us. With what? Captivity, slavery, and bondage. Rape and all the things that they have done to us. Pillage. Like we just read about how they burned our temple down. When we went into captivity under the Babylonians. We just read about it in the Bible. Read.
Happy shall it be that taketh and dashes thy little ones against the stone.
He said, happy shall it be that take their little babies and dash them to the stone. That's what happened to us. We got pictures to show you. How they took our little babies and dashed them to the stone, and they had us on the gallows, burning us, barbecuing us. And we was watching our little babies being dashed against the stone. So that's just payback. That's prophecy. Like I said, you don't like it, take it up with the Most High. You can't stop his judgment, because it's coming. We just try here to warn you. Read. Go back to where you was at. Isaiah 47:1.
Isaiah chapter 47. Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground.
Then you're going to be at a lower state. That's what he's saying. Sit on the ground, man. They're going to be at a lower state. We just read Caucasian where it said they're subspecies of mankind, below all mankind. We ain't write it. That's what it says. Sit on the ground, be at a lower state in the eyes of the Most High. In your eyes, too, if you got eyes to see. Read.
There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
Listen. O daughter of the Chaldeans, or O daughter of the Babylonians, they followed all the ways. We're here to tell you that you're the children of Israel. Read.
But thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
You ain't gonna no more be called tender and delicate. Jump to verse 5.
Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness.
Hear that? So the Most High told the Edomites, who are the so-called white people, to do what?
Sit thou silent.
He says, shut up. That when he says sit down silent, he says shut up, read.
And get thee into darkness.
And get into darkness. That's why you're in the gross darkness that you're in now, the gross ignorance, because they're ruling, and all you know is the curriculum that they allow you to have. That's all you know. Is what they have showed you how you're supposed to believe. One scripture, two scriptures. Come on, man, we're going to teach for hours. Going through this Bible with whatever topic you want to go into. That's what the Bible is, a book of life. Not just one little subject of love. Because ain't gonna be no love when he come back to set up righteousness on his earth. You think they ain't gonna fight to keep their kingdom? To keep their power? They gonna fight the Most High. They gonna fight Hamashiach Yahushua to redeem, when he come back to redeem us from this wicked land, the children of Israel. And all the nations that he gonna set up to rule under us as we rule. And they're going to be ruling wherever they're at in captivity, slavery, and bondage. Straight up. Read.
O daughter of Chaldeans.
Say, O daughter of the Chaldeans. O daughter of the Babylonians, who are the Edomites. Read.
For thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdom.
So they're going to be no more called the Lady of Kingdom. Well, they got the Statue of Liberty out there, the harbor of New York, right? They will never be called the Lady of Kingdoms anymore. Read.
I was wroth with my people.
He said he was wroth with his people. Who are who? The 12 tribes of Israel. Who you are the 12 tribes of Israel. Can't say it enough. He was wroth with his people. Read.
I have polluted my inheritance.
You know how he polluted us? Because he brain dirtied our minds. Y'all talk about his brainwash. Y'all better think about it.